Sri Sai Ram. Hearty welcome to Sri Sathya Loka Seva Gurukulam free online classes. How are you all? Fine? Very nice. Okay, we will just revise what you have seen, a very beautiful lesson as stars and the solar system. Correct? I think you enjoyed the previous class. Now we have seen what is meant by stars. What is a star? It is a heavenly body. Is it not? Just as you have stars, sun, planets, moon, all these are called heavenly bodies. So the stars are twinkling heavenly bodies. The heavenly bodies which are twinkling, they have got their own light. Correct? And one of the famous stars is called pole star. It will be seen on the northern side. Correct? And also you have studied about constellations like Ursa Major. What is the other name? Correct? Saptarshi Mandala. Correct. In Sanskrit we call it as Saptarshi Mandala. And Orion, it is also a constellation. What do you mean constellation? That is a group of stars with a recognizable shape. Correct? For example, this Ursa Major is like a spoon. Is it not? And this Orion is like a hunter. So they have got a recognizable shape. And it's very interesting to see in the night sky. How many have the habit of seeing the sky in the night? All of you? No. Yeah, you should have a habit every day after say supper, just go out and see a sky. And it should be cloudless. If there is cloud, you can't see the stars, correct? So cloudless night, you must see that. You can see the beautiful stars, constellations and so on. And as you know, the stars at long distances, large distances, even though they look very small, they will be at large distances. And how to measure it? Then you are using unit called light year. What is light year? The distance travelled by a ray of light in 1 year. 1 light year means the distance travelled by a ray of light in 1 year at the speed of 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meters per second. So it is a large distance. Don't think that it is very small. 10 to the power of 8 meters or 3 lakh kilometers. And also we have seen about the positions of stars like pole star. Where is pole star posed? Pole star will be in the direction of northern direction of the constellation called, come on, Ursa Major. Correct? And Sirius is also a very famous star in the night sky, which is in the direction of the constellation called Orion. So it is in the line of Orion we have Sirius, and in the line of Ursa Major we have pole star. So but you must be watching daily. If you watch daily, we will make out, I will come to know about that. Okay. Now we shall go to home assignment. What is a constellation? Name any 2 constellations. The stars forming a group that has recognizable shape. It's a very important thing. You can recognize. Correct? Then only we call it as a constellation. For example, Ursa Major, also called as Saptarshi Mandala, and Orion. So they have got a recognizable shape. Okay? And Second question, draw sketches to show that relative positions of the prominent stars in the Ursa Major and Orion. So, this is the different positions of the constellation called Ursa Major, and this is how you can see pole star. For example, here it is in the northern direction. So, if you draw a line from here, we will see the northern part, the pole star very clearly visible. Like that, in different positions of the same Ursa Major, and this is the position of pole star, what you can see. Similarly, Orion, see, Orion has a very beautiful, all the three can come in straight line there. And what is the shape called here? This is a quadrilateral, correct? And this is pentagon. And there will be three stars. Actually, in night time we can see very clearly. So, these three stars, if you draw a line towards the west, you find the star called Sirius. So, you must draw a line, imagine a line. Of course, you cannot draw a line this scale and all. So, just at the line of these three stars, you find one more bright star there called as Sirius. Okay, that is how you to draw the diagram. Third question, explain how can you locate the pole star with the help of Ursa Major. You must explain how to get it. So, will you try it today? Okay, today night you check. In the daytime you can't see any star or constellation. Why? Come on. Do you mean to that there is no stars at all in the daytime? They are there. Planets are there, stars are there, moon is there, everything is there. But we can't see any of them. Why? Because the brightness of sun is very high, and the light coming from sun, eradicates or it covers all the stars. So, the pole star can be located using the Ursa Major constellation by imagining a line towards the northern direction connecting two stars present at the end of the bowl. Just now you have seen the figure. So, at the end of the bowl you find the pole star. This imaginary line meets the pole star. The length of the imaginary line from the bowl is about 5 times the distance between the two stars in the bowl. So, it is also called Saptarshi Mandala. There are 7 stars in that Ursa Major constellation, and the distance between two stars and this pole star is about 5 times between the distance between the two stars. Okay, that is how you have to locate. If you night time you can see very clearly, especially in summer, in the March, April, May, you can see it very well. Okay, try to do it. And one more question, do all the stars in the sky move? Because when you observe in the night times, what happens? One star is, for example, pole star only, you see in one position, is it not? Next day also it will be same position, pole star is the same fixed position, but other stars we find that they will be moving. Now that is the question, whether they move. Answer is no, stars do not move. Even though they look like moving, they do not move. They actually appear to move from east to west because of rotation of the earth on its axis from west to east. So, earth is rotating from west to east. So, that is why we find that the stars also are moving from, appear to move from east to west. Can you give one more example of the same type? Yes, in the train, when you are going in the train, if you see outside, the trees, the buildings, everything will be looking like going backside. is it not? But do you mean to say that buildings move there? The trees also move there? No, they do not move actually, but it looks like that. Similarly here also, stars will be appearing to look like from east to west, moving from east to west. Why it happens? It is because of earth rotation. Do you follow? So it's a very interesting thing, you can experiment yourself. Now what is the topic for today? First we will start the discussion about solar system. We just now covered a few points about stars. Don't think that that is like everything. What we are studying is only 1%. There is so much to study about stars. But for your age and for your understanding it is enough. Now coming to a very interesting called solar system. It is a family. Let us see about that. And what is the head of the family? A central solar system. What is that? Correct? Sun. Look at the spelling here. Suppose you write S-O-N, what happens? Sun. You are the son of a father or mother. Correct? So here S-U-N. Then you have planets. What do the planets do? We will see what is that. And then satellites. These are the things to be discussed today. Are you ready? Okay, keep your pens also ready, book also ready to note down some points. Okay? Okay, we will go one by one. I have to draw this figure. How many of you are good in drawing? Yeah, some enjoy drawing, correct? So what is this here? This is a bright sun. The first planet is Mercury, then comes Venus, third one is Earth. And what about that moon there? Moon is a satellite. Then comes Mars, then Jupiter, then Saturn, very beautiful planet with a ring structure, then Uranus, and lastly Neptune. So this family, the sun and the celestial bodies which revolve around it is called as solar system. So this system is called solar system. Your sun will be at the center and all the planets, satellites will be going around it. Okay? It consists of a large number of bodies such as planets, comets, asteroids and meteors, about which you are going to study little later. So these are some of the other heavenly bodies. You heard about planets, now you are going to study about that. Other things also you are going to study, comets, asteroids, meteors. So all these together are called as solar system. And here the head of the family is sun, and these are all going around the sun. Now a doubt may arise, why these planets go around the sun? They can change, na? Why should they go around sun only? They can take another star and go around it. They don't do so. Or also you can expect that Neptune can go off. It is not going. Neither it comes inside the sun, nor it goes out of the sun, or sun's orbit. Why? Because they have what is called as gravitation. The attraction of gravitation of the sun is very high. So all of them, they will be going around. And they will not go out of this track also, because they have their own gravitation, they will be going around its own axis. Just as in a class, teacher is like a sun. The teacher is in the class, all of you will be seated in different benches, correct? So that benches are like orbits. And you will be like planets, comets, meteors and so on. Okay? So this is a very interesting thing. I think you are following what I am telling. Okay? The gravitational attraction between the sun and these objects keeps them revolving around it. So all of them revolve because of the gravitation. Okay, it's an unseen force. Why I am standing here? Because of gravitation. Why are you sitting there? Because of gravitation. If there is no gravitation, means we will be floating. Can you experience that? No, you can't do now, but you can imagine. Now let us see some details about solar system. Are you ready? Okay. The 8 planets in their order of distance from the sun are, first one is Mercury, nearest to the sun. Then comes brightest planet called Venus. The third one is Earth, our planet in which we are living. Do you know what the color of the Earth? Color of the Earth is, correct? Blue. Yeah, it looks very blue. Why it is blue in color? Because of the water. Major portion of the earth is filled with water, about 75%, isn't it? That's why it looks blue in color. Then you have Mars, it will be red planet. And next is the biggest of the solar system called as Jupiter. Then comes the most beautiful called as Saturn because of the rings around it. After that there will be Uranus and lastly Neptune. So they are at different distances about which you are going to see now. Okay. So this whole thing is called as solar system. Are you following? Okay. So this is a figure you are supposed to learn to draw. Can you try to draw it? Okay, bring it next class. See here, first sun you draw, and this shape is called ellipse. It is not circle actually, it is ellipse shape, elongated circle. You have Mercury, first one is Mercury, then comes Venus, third is Earth, fourth is Mars. What about dots here? They are called asteroids. Asteroids. Asteroids are the heavenly bodies. Asteroids are the heavenly bodies between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. They are also very small type of planets only, and they will be spread in between Mars and Jupiter. But again, there is no answer for why in science. It's a very mystery. Okay. Now let us see something about sun. So in early morning, you enjoy the sunrise, correct? What is the color of sun at that time? Somewhat red, correct? And slowly it becomes yellow. I observed that. Of course, for some of you, when you get up, the sun has already come up. It will be 7 or 8 o'clock. Actually, those who have a habit of getting up early is a very good habit. Please note it. And please enjoy that sunrise and also sunset in the night times. So, this beautiful sun, because of that sun, all the birds will start moving out, correct? They start from the nest in search of food. It is the nearest star from us. It is continuously emitting huge amounts of heat and light, correct? And is the source of heat and light for all the planets. Not only for that is in Earth, for all the planets also, it is giving heat and light. And a planet has a definite path in which it revolves around the sun. What is it called? Orbits. Just now we have shown you how that elliptical orbit, elongated circles. The planets keep changing their positions with respect to the stars. Okay, because every planet will have two type of motion. One is rotation, another is revolution. And also one more difference you can see is stars twinkle but planets do not twinkle. How many observed stars twinkling? Observed? Yeah. So all that twinkles is called star. And especially in the morning you can see one planet there. It looks like a star. Do you know what is the meaning of that? It is called Venus, also called as morning star. And in the evening we call it as evening star, but actually it is not a star because it won't twinkle. So the difference between stars and planet is stars twinkle but planets do not twinkle. Stars are at large distances, that is why they look very small, and planets are at near distances. The time taken by a planet to complete one revolution is called period of revolution. There are two types of motion for all planets. One is called rotation along its axis, another is called revolutions. Revolution is around the sun. So a planet also rotates on its own axis like a top. How many know this top, playing on top? You played, right? There will be a thread. The thread will tie it up here, and on the knot you will have in the hand and just push it down. You enjoy the games, na? Correct? So like the spinning top, we find that planets will be rotating in that direction, so on its axis, and that is called period of rotation. For example, in case of Earth, period of rotation is 24 hours or 1 day, what we call. Period of revolution is 1 year, 365.25 days. Correct? So this is the difference between period of revolution and period of rotation. So for make it clear, we have one activity here. Here you can find 5 students. Draw 4 circles here of a radius 1 meter. First one is 1 meter, second one is 1.8 meters. What is 1 meter means what? Something like 3.14 feet. So draw a circle. First circle is 1 meter, second circle is 1.8, third is 2.5, fourth is 3.8. Of course, you must have a bigger geometry box, not with your geometry box. In the school there will be a geometry box which the teacher will show. Like that you have it, and you select the 4 students. One of your friends will be asked to stand at the center to represent the sun. So one who is taller, or you can say stronger, can be selected as the sun. So you must have a name board as sun, S-U-N. And other 4 friends will be like planets. So for example, first circle, there will be one boy called will be standing on that, and it is Mercury. And the second circle, there will be Venus. Third circle is Earth. Fourth is Mars. So it will become very clear. And what they must do? See, if this is a sun, they should go around. It is called revolution. At the same time, they will be rotating like this. Rotating and revolving, both will be there. Okay, that is a very interesting activity. You try in your school. Asked to go around the sun in anti-clockwise direction. You know, clockwise direction. What do you mean by clockwise? The temple, you know, you go around the deity, say Ganesha temple. Where do you start? You go from left to right. Correct? That is called clockwise. What do you mean anti-clockwise? Right to left. That is how actually planets move around the sun. So make them to move around this. Of course, sun must be there steady he is not supposed to move. Only those boys or girls are made to go around this on the line there. Okay. Let us see what is meant by satellites now. So what is this blue color represents? That represents the earth. These are the heavenly bodies going around the planets. So the heavenly body going around the planet is called satellite. For example, here is a moon. What does the moon do? Moon will be going around the earth. Come on, clap all of you. You enjoyed? Okay. So this is the earth. And why does it look blue in color? Because of the sea, or you can say ocean, or you can say water. Water body is more in case of earth. So moon will be going around. And this is about artificial satellites. There are two types of satellites. One is natural, like moon. Another is called artificial satellite. Artificial means what? Man-made. The satellites made by man is called artificial satellites, which are prepared in the lab. Okay. So can you name some of the artificial satellites? Yes. INSAT series, correct. IRS, Apple, Rohini, is it not? And Bhaskara, and so on. The man-made satellites evolved around this earth are called artificial satellites. Then you may ask, why do you want that? We want for different purposes, like communications. For example, all these mobiles, TV, all this work on the satellites connection only. And many informations about climate conditions, about scientific research, all this are because of satellites. So Aryabhatta, for example, the first satellite launched by India is Aryabhatta, but not here. It was launched in the America. So Rohini, second one is Bhaskara, third one is Rohini. Rohini is the satellite which is manufactured in India, launched in India. Do you know where do they manufacture satellites? Yeah? Don't know. It is in Bangalore. Bangalore is one of the prestigious cities in India where they manufacture satellites. Okay? And what is the center where they prepare this? It's called ISRO. For the expansion of ISRO. How many want to go to space? After learning about this sun and solar system, somebody will be interested that I also must go some research work. Is it not? So it is in ISRO we find that these satellites are manufactured. And where you have the rocket launching station? It is in Sriharikota. Where it is? It is in Andhra Pradesh. Correct? Sriharikota on the seashore of Bay of Bengal. We find this rocket launching station. And some other names. For example, INSAT. What is INSAT? INSAT is Indian National Satellite or Indian Satellite. IRS, Indian Remote Sensing. EduSat, education purpose it is. So education satellite is called. These satellites are used for forecasting weather. So this is how the shape of the satellite, man-made satellite. So why they are used? They are used for forecasting weather, transmitting television and radio signals, and also they are used for telecommunications and remote sensing. So much uses is there. That's why all nations are preparing their own satellites and launching it, because of the advantages it has. Okay. So this is something about artificial satellites. Now let us see some home assignment. Differentiate between stars and planets. What is solar system? Note down. Come on. Name the 8 planets of solar system in order of their distances. What are satellites? Mention their applications. Okay. Now let us see what Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai says. So beautiful photo. Correct? He says, next breath is His mercy. We know how to take breath. So going inside and coming, the air going inside, the air going outside. Air going inside is oxygen, air coming outside is carbon dioxide. This breath also is mercy, mercy of God. Next moment is His grace. Nobody knows what happens next. Correct? So it is His grace. Whole life is His gift. So our life from birth to death is His gift, to seek Him within. And most mysterious is that God is in us. What you call it as Aham Brahma. And same God is in everyone. That is called Sarvam Brahma. Okay? That is the message of Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Uvacha means he is telling. So come prepared for the home assignment. Thank you.